Welcome. Peace remains out of reach in Middle East, the war between Israel and Gaza. But also before that, there was the war between Israel and Iran that lasted for 12 days. That little bit weakened Iranian government. But because Israel is being supported by rich and powerful countries, it was not shaken. Peace remains out of reach in Middle East. In Doha, indirect ceasefire negotiation between Israel and Hamas tilts on collapse. At stake, the future of South Gaza, the lives of 2 million civilians, and the controversial plan for so-called humanitarian city in Rafah. This is G&I News Update, and welcome. You're going to be with Veronica Limo. As Qatar right now hosts the latest round of behind-the-scenes diplomacy, US, Egypt, and Qatar, mediators shatter between Israel and Hamas delegations, housed in separate hotels. This is the 5th round. The issue is no longer just a ceasefire. It's about territorial control, future governance, and preventing forced displacement. Israel's government, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, insists on maintaining the military buffer in southern Gaza to prevent future Hamas infiltration. Israel demands limited troops withdrawal, control of Gaza at Egypt border, humanitarian zone, and Israel security. Israel defense spokesman out of forces will remain a strategic area to protect Israel civilians from future rockets fire. This is non-negotiable. Hamas rejects proposal calling it corruption under another name. Their demand completely Israel withdraw to pre-war line and resolution of Gaza's sovereignty. They will not accept the ceasefire that turns Rafah into a refuge cage. The humanitarian city is a deception. And there's our Hamas's conditions: full Israel withdrawal, release of Palestinian prisoners, restriction guarantees. But Israel, because it wants to take control of Gaza, it remains complicated. The relationship between Hamas and Iran is deep. And how did Iran be supporting Hamas while Iran is facing sanctions? Also, Iran has experienced the attack from Israel. And what makes Iran strong to be capable to maintain its own economy and to help Hamas? Hamas in Iran is deep strategic, rooted in shared opposition to Israel, though it has gone through periods of tensions and revival. Here is a clear breakdown of the history between Hamas and Iran, current support and military political alignment. As of July 2025, Iran has been the key backer of Hamas after the group won popularity through resistance against Israel. Iran provided funds, training, and weapons. Surprisingly, estimates says that in 2022 to 2024, Iran sent $70 to $100 billion per year to Hamas and other Palestinian factions. Imagine, Iran has been under sanction during this time. How did it get the power to do that? It's more than love and commitment. Money goes toward military infrastructure, salaries of figures, underground tunnel networks, and media propaganda operations. Iran publicly celebrates Hamas' October 7, 2023 attack on Israel, but denied direct involvement. But behind the scene, Israel and United States intelligence linked the planning and timing of IRGC strategies based in Syria and Lebanon. Iran drones and rockets, including some used by Hezbollah in North, were believed to be shared or co-developed with Hamas. Iran's leader called the war a just uprising and warned Israel against attacking Rafah or storming Al-Aqsa again. The resistance in Gaza is frontline of Islamic world. They believe they will never stop supporting them. Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in 2024, the Islamic Republic of Iran stood with us, say that the Islamic Republic of Iran stood with us when others abandoned the resistance. They will never forget this. Some Arab nations like Egypt, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia often criticized Hamas ties with Iran, a Shia regime accusing of turning Gaza into proxy battlefield. Western countries, US and EU, classifies Hamas as a territorial group and sanction entities connected to Iran financing At the center of dispatcher is Israel's plan to create a humanitarian city in Rafah, meant to house displacement Palestinians under international oversight, but critics call it disgust deportation scum. This proposal violates international law. Palestinians must return to their own homes. Meanwhile, the humanitarian critics worsen. Hospitals lack power. Clean water is the problem. AIDS group wants the time is running out. This is the data graphic. Shows that the fuel shortage over 80% of facilities inoperable. 72% of Gaza population displaced. Child malnutrition at record is high. Doctors in Gaza, they need fuel, not politics. Patients are dying in silence. So what next? For these talks and Gaza itself. What if negotiation fails? Will Hamas continue to be attacked in Gaza? The country is going to be dried land. The country is going to be houseless and peopleless. Everything is going to disappear. So far, it's more than 20 months. Gaza is at war with Israel. The negotiation, if fails, they could see the renewed Israel ground assault or Hamas resuming rockets fire. Either way, civilians will pay the highest price by death. And children are suffering the high price by the lack of food, treatment. There is no milk for babies. Malnutrition is at high. Ceasefire deal by Egypt and Qatar. It has low probability. Escalation in Rafah. ICC action over forced displacement. Donald Trump has remained vocal on Middle East issues after his presidency, often advocating a touch stance on Hamas and supporting of Israel's security. Trump has publicly praised Netanyahu's leadership in Gaza war, calling it no concessions or terrorists. Netanyahu has appreciated U.S. policy support, citing it as a critical, aimed international call for ceasefire. From Doha to Rafah, negotiations remains far from people whose life hangs in balance. Citizens want peace. Dozens of millions of people have died, and the country remains dry. No water, no electricity, no peace. People are sleeping in tents, if they are lucky enough to survive those bombings. What is going to happen so far? Will the deal come to pass through? Will Iran continue to support Hamas? This is G&I News Update, and kindly don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you for having us. I remain Veronica Limo.
But we've been planning this for a month. Why can't you be serious? No, come on.
Every story begins with a journey, and ours start here. From the street to the screen. When ideas are waiting to be unleashed, a spark ignites before the magic begins. Creativity flows through every beat, every stroke, turning ideas into art, one frame at a time. A timeline of a passion, precision, and creativity. From concept to character, every step tells a story. Emotions that glow, learning, growing, and exploring through animation. Work and play, and everything in between. From humans to animals and beyond the stars, every living creature finds a home in our animations, fueling our creativity one bite at a time. Every frame is a step into another world, art and culture and storytelling intertwined. Watch your business thrive with our animated storytelling. Join us at G&I Entertainment and let's create something extraordinary together.